Watched the Patriots play yesterday against the Miami Dolphins. They get a win. Ryan Fitzpatrick made some plays to make it close and then made a boneheaded throw to essentially seal the deal for the Patriots. And it's always fascinating to me what we do here. You know, we make the sense that, well, it has to be one or the other. Either it was Brady or it was Belichick. It couldn't possibly be Brady and Belichick. Right? We don't do that with Greg Popovich, do we? Was it Tim Duncan or was it Greg Popovich? No one's ever done it without players, and no players have ever done it without great coaching. Have they? Not that I'm aware of. So when I watched yesterday, I was impressed, but I was also reasonable about it. As good as competent as Cam Newton looked, he threw the football 19 times for 155 yards. Everything was dink and dunk over the middle. Julian Edelman, his leading wide receiver, 5 catches, 57 yards. N'Keal Harry, who had essentially been left out in the dust by Tom Brady, had 5 catches. I think he almost had like 4 in a row for 39 yards. James White, 3 catches out of the backfield. The only time he threw the ball, and the longest reception was Ryan Izzo, the tight end, who had a 25-yard catch. That was it. So here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you that Cam Newton was a one-hit wonder, but we do know they played the Dolphins. The Dolphins are the world's best 5-win team last year. Like the Dolphins were surprisingly not a train wreck by the end of the year. That's really what happened. Go back and look. Last year at the start of the year, they were totally confused by what Baltimore did. And Baltimore came in, and it was an embarrassment. Then they go out to Dallas, and the exact same thing happened. We had real conversations with smart, not me, smart football people who said that might be the worst football team of all time. That was just last year. Like, wow, they're tanking for Tua. Turns out they didn't have to tank that bad for Tua. They did, in fact, get Tua. He'll eventually be their quarterback. But they're like in year 2 of a complete gut redo. The Patriots won the division last year and would have had home field advantage throughout had they been able to beat the lowly Miami Dolphins at the end of the season. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, Cam Newton stinks, he can't play. I'm not that guy. But the questions about Cam Newton were really, really simple. This is an NFL GM told me, he's like, look, man, I don't care about the suits, about the panache, the personality. Like, stuff doesn't matter. Guys like him. You know? Young guys grew up watching him play. Older guys know he's a tough hombre, and he's been in some big games. Does he have some flaws? Absolutely. But he can win a lot of football games. The problem everyone had who I talked to in the NFL was, I don't know how well he throws the football and if he can stay healthy. The question wasn't if he was healthy. He hadn't played football. He barely played football in the last 2 years. Of course he's healthy. And that's what those videos showed you. The question isn't, can he throw a football? Can he throw a football well, accurately, down the field? We don't know. And the Dolphins sure as hell weren't going to try and make him prove it because they're just not good enough. It's hard to play against a team that's playing 11-on-11 football that has a running quarterback. It's hard to play against the Patriots because, hey, guess what? That guy's just about the best coach we've ever had in the sport. And part of it is his coaching philosophy, which is like, yeah, look, this is Bill Belichick and the difference in building offenses for Cam and Tom Brady.
We always try to do what's best for the team to win. And, everything we've done for the last 20 years, and rightfully so, has been for Tom Brady. It was for Tom Brady. Everything was dedicated to him other than the games that he didn't play in, like when Castle played, or Jimmy and then Jacoby, when Brady was suspended. So, there were times when we had to plan differently, but, when your starting quarterback has things that he's good at or things that you can take advantage of, then I think you try to take advantage of them.
Right? Don't be so set in a system. That's the stupidity of people go, it's a system. Tom Brady was a system quarterback. Well, the system was, hey, let's try and win this game. Everybody's a system quarterback if that's the system. They are pragmatists. What does it take to win this game with this quarterback, with whoever is healthy this week? How do we do that? They are pragmatic. Right? Pragmatists. And as soon as we wrap our heads around that, as soon as we figure that out and understand that's an absolute gift and absolute skill, and we take a breath and say, they're playing against the Dolphins who aren't good. I know Peter King picked them to go to the Super Bowl, but they're not good. Right? At some point, Tua is going to play. We just don't know when that point is because you're worried about Tua's leg falling off. Right? If they were good, if they were set, guess what they wouldn't have done? They wouldn't have drafted Tua Tagovailoa. If they were good and they were set, they wouldn't have gone out and overpaid for free agents. So they're building. They have a nice draft, but those rookies hadn't ever played in a preseason game. Now they go into New England and take on the Patriots, who all they do, they're DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled wishes he could win as much as the Patriots win, especially in Foxborough. I'm not sure what people expected. I did think the Dolphins would keep it closer. And truthfully, had Ryan Fitzpatrick not thrown a late pick, it would have been closer. But the least surprising thing ever is Bill Belichick doing whatever it took to win a game against a team that beat him last year, and it ticked him off the entire offseason.